Welcome to Global Glimpse. In our interconnected world, the currents of economic power are in constant flux. Nations that were once on the periphery are now stepping into the spotlight, reshaping the financial landscape with astonishing speed. We often hear about established economic giants, but what about the stories that are just beginning to unfold? The narratives of ambition, innovation, and relentless drive. Tonight, we're not just looking at numbers on a spreadsheet. We are embarking on a journey to understand the human stories and strategic shifts behind the data. We'll explore the engines of progress, bustling tech hubs, sprawling manufacturing centers that are propelling certain nations toward a more prosperous future. This isn't just about abstract economic theory. It's about the tangible changes affecting millions of lives, creating new opportunities, and redefining what it means to be a wealthy nation in the 21st century. Join us as we count down 10 countries poised for significant economic growth by 2025. These are the nations to watch, the economies on the ascent. Their trajectories offer a glimpse into the future of global prosperity. Their stories are a testament to resilience, strategic planning, and the unyielding pursuit of progress. We'll investigate the specific factors driving their success and what their rise means for the rest of the world. The story of our changing world begins now. Our journey begins in India, a nation whose economic transformation is nothing short of breathtaking. For decades, the story of India was one of potential. Today, that potential is being realized at a pace that is capturing the world's attention. The sheer scale of its economy, coupled with a demographic dividend of a young, ambitious population, creates a powerful engine for growth. Building its future one skyscraper, one startup, one brilliant idea at a time. At the heart of this surge is India's technology sector. It has evolved far beyond its origins as the world's back office. Now, it's a global hub for innovation in software development, fintech, and artificial intelligence. This digital revolution isn't confined to gleaming corporate parks. Digital payment systems are in daily use across markets. This technological leapfrog is creating a new foundation for a modern, inclusive economy. A burgeoning middle class is reshaping the domestic market. Hundreds of millions are entering the consumer economy for the first time, driving demand for cars, smartphones, better housing, and education. The government's focus on infrastructure and business reforms is amplifying momentum. New highways, airports, and digital networks are knitting the country together, creating a resilient foundation for sustained growth. From the rice paddies of the Mekong Delta to the bustling streets of Ho Chi Minh City, a new economic dragon is rising in Southeast Asia, Vietnam. For years, it has quietly built a reputation as a manufacturing powerhouse. The country has become a magnet for foreign investment, with global giants in electronics, apparel, and footwear setting up massive operations, leveraging a skilled, diligent workforce and strategic location. Vietnam's government created a business-friendly environment, signing free trade agreements that open markets worldwide. This foresight has paid dividends as companies diversify manufacturing bases. The ports are buzzing with activity, symbols of Vietnam's integration into the world economy, shipping goods to every corner of the planet. But this isn't just low-cost labor. Vietnam is moving up the value chain, with emphasis shifting to high-tech manufacturing and sophisticated electronics components. The spirit of entrepreneurship is palpable. A young, tech-savvy generation is building a vibrant startup ecosystem, particularly in e-commerce and fintech, catering to a fast-growing domestic market. Often overlooked in conversations about Asian economies, Bangladesh has been scripting one of the most impressive growth stories of the last decade. This densely populated nation has harnessed its human capital to become a global leader in textiles and ready-made garments. The rhythmic sound of sewing machines is the soundtrack to an economic miracle. The sheer scale of its garment industry is staggering. It is the second-largest apparel exporter in the world, supplying major brands across Europe and North America. In the wake of past tragedies, the industry has undergone significant transformation, with renewed focus on workplace safety and sustainability. Bangladesh now boasts some of the world's greenest and safest garment factories. Beyond textiles, Bangladesh is diversifying its economy. The pharmaceutical industry is flourishing, a digital transformation is underway with burgeoning mobile banking, and the government is investing heavily in infrastructure to improve connectivity and facilitate trade. In the sprawling archipelago of the Philippines, a different kind of economic engine is humming, one powered by connectivity, communication, and human connection. For years, the nation has been the undisputed global leader in the business process outsourcing industry. The clear, confident voices of Filipino call center agents have become the reassuring sound of customer service worldwide. This sector provides stable employment for over 1 million Filipinos, and has evolved into higher-value services like IT support, animation, and medical transcription. Remittances from millions of Filipinos working overseas are a vital lifeline, consistently injecting billions into the country. This steady stream supports household consumption, funds small businesses, and provides crucial social safety net. These twin pillars create a resilient consumer-driven economy, now supercharged by digital boom with e-commerce and digital payment adoption soaring. The government's Build infrastructure program aims to improve connectivity, proving that a nation's greatest resource is its people. We now turn to Africa's most populous nation and largest economy, Nigeria. For too long, the story was defined by oil, but a profound shift is underway. The nation is breaking free from crude oil dependence, unleashing the potential of its diverse economy and people. At the forefront of diversification is a booming tech scene. Lagos has emerged as one of Africa's premier technology hubs. Companies like Flutterwave and Paystack are continental leaders, revolutionizing digital payments across Africa and demonstrating immense Nigerian ingenuity. Nigeria's other great asset is its demographic profile. With a median age of just 18, it has one of the youngest populations in the world. This youth bulge represents a massive, dynamic workforce and burgeoning consumer market. This generation is digitally native, creative, and ambitious. Their influence is most visible in the cultural sphere, with Nollywood cinema and Afrobeats music achieving global recognition and becoming significant cultural exports, generating substantial revenue. While obstacles like infrastructure deficits, security challenges, and governance reforms are real, the momentum for change is undeniable. There's growing push in agriculture and nascent manufacturing sector beginning to find footing. Nigeria's journey is complex, but its potential is colossal. As it diversifies away from oil and empowers its youth, the giant of Africa is slowly but surely awakening to its destiny as a 21st-century economic powerhouse. At the crossroads of Africa, Asia, and Europe, Egypt is building a new future on foundations of its ancient past. After years of turbulence, ambitious state-led development is reshaping the nation's economic landscape with monumental scale. The most visible symbols are massive infrastructure projects. The new administrative capital development east of Cairo, Suez Canal expansion, new roads, tunnels, and electric railways, investments in future efficiency and growth. Egypt is experiencing strong tourism sector recovery. Renewed focus on security and new resorts on Red Sea and Mediterranean coasts are reviving this critical source of foreign currency and employment. The discovery of significant natural gas reserves like the Zohr field has turned Egypt into a regional energy hub. Economic reforms supported by the IMF aim to stabilize the economy, control inflation, and attract foreign investment. By leveraging its strategic location, historical legacy, and newfound energy resources, Egypt is working to build a new kingdom of prosperity for the 21st century. Spanning over 17,000 islands, Indonesia is a nation of incredible diversity and immense potential. As Southeast Asia's largest economy, its growth is being supercharged by a digital revolution, connecting its 280 million people in previously unimaginable ways. Indonesia's digital economy is personified by super apps like Gojek and Grab, which started with ride-hailing and expanded into vast ecosystems including food delivery, digital payments, and logistics, becoming integral to daily life for millions. Beyond the digital realm, Indonesia remains a natural resource powerhouse in nickel, palm oil, and thermal coal. The government is pushing for more domestic processing, aiming to capture more value rather than simply exporting raw materials. President Joko Widodo's administration prioritizes infrastructure development, building new ports, airports, and thousands of kilometers of roads. The most ambitious project is relocating the capital from sinking, congested Jakarta to purpose-built Nusantara on Borneo. While facing enormous challenges, Indonesia's combination of a massive young consumer market, booming digital economy, and vast natural resources positions it as a key engine of global growth for the foreseeable future. Straddling two continents, Turkey has for centuries been a bridge between East and West. This unique geographic position remains one of its greatest economic assets, making it a natural hub for trade, logistics, and manufacturing. Turkey's manufacturing sector is remarkably diverse and sophisticated. It is a major producer of automobiles, home appliances, textiles, and construction materials, with construction companies renowned globally for undertaking massive projects across Central Asia, Africa, and Eastern Europe. The country has invested heavily in infrastructure to leverage its strategic position. Istanbul's new airport is one of the world's largest, and networks of modern highways and high-speed rail facilitate movement of goods and people, enhancing its role in global supply chains. Despite facing economic challenges including inflation and currency volatility, the entrepreneurial spirit remains powerful. There's a growing tech scene in gaming and e-commerce, plus well-established tourism drawing on rich history and beautiful coastline. If Turkey can achieve greater macroeconomic stability, its strategic location, industrial might, and dynamic population will undoubtedly propel it toward greater prosperity as a bridge between worlds. In the heart of the Arabian Peninsula, unprecedented transformation is underway. For decades, Saudi Arabia's wealth was synonymous with oil. Now, guided by Vision 2030, the nation embarks on a historic journey to diversify its economy, open society, and build a hydrocarbon-independent future. The centerpiece is economic diversification. The Public Investment Fund channels hundreds of billions into new industries: tourism, entertainment, logistics, mining, advanced technology. The goal is creating new growth engines and millions of jobs for the young, rapidly growing population. The most futuristic elements are the Giga projects. NEOM, a planned $500 billion high-tech city-state featuring the Line, Red Sea project and Qiddiya Entertainment City, designed to attract global visitors and fundamentally change the kingdom's social fabric. This economic shift accompanies profound social reforms. Once strict daily life rules have been relaxed, cinemas and concerts have returned, and women are empowered to play much greater workforce roles. While Vision 2030's ultimate success isn't guaranteed, the direction is clear. Saudi Arabia is leveraging immense capital to engineer a new economic reality, positioning itself as a more diversified and influential global player in the decades to come. Our final destination is Mexico, a nation whose economic fortunes are being powerfully reshaped by major global trade shifts. As companies seek more resilient, less distant supply chains, Mexico's proximity to the largest consumer market on Earth has become invaluable. This trend, known as nearshoring, is fueling a new wave of investment and industrial growth, particularly in the country's northern states where factories that once might have been built in Asia are now rising. For years, Mexico has been integral to North American manufacturing, especially automotive. The country is a powerhouse in car and auto parts production, with this established industrial base now expanding and diversifying. Factories are now producing electronics, medical devices, furniture, and aerospace components. The USMCA trade agreement provides stable framework for this deepening integration. This manufacturing boom creates thousands of skilled jobs and drives demand for industrial real estate, logistics, and transportation services. The border region is humming with activity, with trucks lining up to carry finished goods north. This isn't just about cheap labor. Mexico boasts a sophisticated industrial ecosystem with skilled engineers, technicians, and supplier networks supporting complex manufacturing operations. Beyond manufacturing, Mexico has a robust, diverse economy. Its agricultural sector is a major produce exporter to the United States, and its tourism industry is a vital revenue source with destinations like Cancun and Los Cabos. While continuing to address security and inequality challenges, the nearshoring phenomenon presents historic opportunity. By capitalizing on geographic advantage and industrial capabilities, Mexico is positioning itself as a primary beneficiary of global supply chain reconfiguration. The 10 nations we've journeyed through tonight represent more than just economic forecasts. They embody a fundamental shift in the global order. From the tech hubs of India to the manufacturing centers of Vietnam, from the diversifying giant of Nigeria to the nearshoring nexus of Mexico, the pathways to prosperity are becoming more varied and dynamic. These are stories of ambition, innovation, and relentless drive to build a better future. They remind us that the world economy is not a static picture, but a constantly evolving narrative with new chapters written every day. The rise of these economies will create new markets, new opportunities, and new challenges for all of us. Understanding these trends is no longer optional, it is essential for navigating our interconnected world. The forces shaping wealth in Dhaka, Lagos, and Riyadh will have ripple effects reaching every corner of the globe. Staying informed is the first step toward understanding the world of tomorrow. The story doesn't end here. The currents of global change are always moving, and we'll be here to follow them. To continue exploring the trends, people, and ideas shaping our world, make sure to subscribe to Global Glimpse. Thank you for joining us on this journey.